Well, good evening everybody. Welcome to Q Sports Lounge for Fylde Pools Blackball 8-ball clearance competition. Our first match on table 1 tonight is Wayne Richardson versus Darren Parkinson. Hope everybody's well. Let's get ourselves set up to get going here. I'll be with you in just 1 second. So apologies for the slight delay in starting commentary here. Darren Parkinson on reds, Wayne Richardson on yellows. So these are race to 3. Darren will be disappointed with that one. So Wayne Richardson from Soundwave Jousters comes to the table with yellows in play. They're all pretty much there from it. So we have 19 entries today. That's not where he wanted the cue ball. They were pretty much all there for him. Just run out of position. He's going to try and leave this safe. So Darren on reds. Can't quite tell whether he can see enough of this red on the left. I think he's looking at a deep screw from this one in the red corner. Or is he going to take it around the cushions? Oh, he's missed out. Well, I think Wayne will fancy these. Not much needed to do with the cue ball to run out these last 4 yellows. That's the first one down. I think you would have preferred to have been a little bit higher up on this middle yellow. Welcome to everyone that's just joining us. The 8-ball clearance knockout for Tuesday League. Often referred to as the break and dish competition. Or even the broken dish, depending on where you are. So a few careless mistakes in this first frame. Just getting used to the table. First match. Just drop this yellow in. Black into the side. And that's the first frame. First frame to Wayne. So in order to qualify for this competition, what we call a post-season competition on Tuesday Blackball League, you must have completed what we call a break and dish or a return dish, which is basically potting all your balls and the black in one visit. A return dish has to be from a legal dry break and clearing all the balls on the black at the first visit. Obviously, breaking dish is break and win from the break. So there were 30 qualifiers throughout the season for tonight's tournament. 19 have turned up on the night. Still an open table. Colours not decided. Darren Parkinson having a good look. I think he's going to go for the reds. So just like in the first frame, Darren's reds. Wayne's on yellows. Still not quite got his positional play up and running just yet. Wayne at the table now. Plotting out a route for his yellows. For those people watching at home on YouTube, drop us a comment in the chat if you want to say hello. My name's Paul. I'll be your commentator for this evening. We're hoping to get the commentary done for each match on the streaming table. Both players just a little bit under par in these opening frames. It's perfectly normal at the early stages of a tournament. Not much time for warming up. Pretty much turn up and you're straight on the table. Nice little pot from Wayne. Now he's going to try and take this yellow to the top left. So Darren's red just behind the black. Makes the black very difficult to pot. There we go, has he done it? Well, he's covered the bag now. I'm not sure if that hit the cushion. I think it did. If no ball is potted, at least one ball must hit the cushion after contact. So we've got a little bit of pocket covering going on in the mid stages of this second frame. Wayne leads 1-0, race to 3. What's Darren going to do with this red by the black? Because they're all there if you can just get... Oh! Well, he will be disappointed with that. I said earlier, there's quite a lot of mistakes being made in this opening match. That's a clever shot. Taking the free ball, replacing the red over the pocket with Wayne's yellow. I think Wayne will be disappointed if he doesn't clear them up from here. Almost perfect position on that final yellow. So the black along the cushion, short distance to the bottom right pocket for a 2-0 lead. That's there. 2-0 to Wayne Richardson. Strong favourite now to go through. Use a single elimination tournament. So Darren Richardson to break. I'm curious to see how many break dishes we'll see in the break dish tournament tonight. And how many broken dishes and plates will fall by the wayside. Down to break. 2-0 down. Ball potted. So red's potted. Now has the choice of whether to go for a red or a yellow. The colour groups are not decided on the break. They're decided by the first legal pot after the break. There's nothing obvious on here. He's going to try and plant this red onto the yellow to make him yellows. I think that's what he tried. Was he? Well, he nearly flipped the yellow into the top right. We had still open table. Wayne Richardson at the table. There's two yellows covering pags. And that red to the right middle might be tempting. Or is he going to try a plant red onto the yellow? Oh, that's great ball. Great ball. So in all three of the first 3 frames, Wayne's on yellow, Darren's on red. Yellow down the cushion. Oh, he's missed it. Darren's reds are all nice and open apart from the one red on the right hand cushion, just behind that yellow. Now if he could get top side of that red, he might try and come in off the yellow on the side. So Wayne Richardson of Soundwave Joseph's back on the table. Yeah, that's a great shot. I think Wayne will fancy clearing it from here. Take this yellow to the bottom left, then come up just slightly forward, yellow to the bottom right, and the final yellow into the left middle, and then plumb on the black. It's just not quite perfect on the black. No doubt he'll just drop this one into the right middle. Oh, almost enough. Congratulations, Wayne. 3-0 win, first round. So we say goodbye to Darren Parkinson. Good game, gentlemen. And I'll be back with the next round match on the streaming table. Speak to you soon. Okay, welcome back. So we now have the last 16 match on the streaming table here at Q's. Tonight's Blackball 8-ball clearance competition. We have Lee George of Q's V versus Liam Monroe of Soundwave Jousters. Just getting the table ready for the first match. So, lagging for break. Lee George is on the yellow ball. Liam's on the red. Let's see who breaks first. So Liam Monroe breaking the first match. Red potted. I think Red's looked favourable here. He's got a decent shot at this red to top left corner. Slightly awkward queuing if he wants to take the one to the right, top right corner. So Liam's reds. The pockets on the streaming table do seem to be catching players out tonight. I'm sure it won't take long before people find their feet. So if Lee can get into these yellows, they're all there for him. That's a nice shot. Oh my goodness. Just squeeze through the gap. Cue ball in the pocket. So free ball for Liam Monroe. And the free ball players usually either try and make one of their difficult balls easier or put one of their opponent's balls in a slightly worse position. And that's clever play. Let's put one of these yellows on the cushion. Liam's going to try and take these reds out on this visit. Left himself a little bit closer to the cushion than he would have wanted. Going to make it difficult to get the cue ball back down to the remaining three reds on the bottom half of the table. Let's see what he can come up with. So he's left himself a long pot. This right, bottom right corner for the red. Oh, that's absolutely perfect. So you'd fancy Liam to go 1-0 up at this from here. Here we go. 1-0 Liam. Lee to break in the second frame. After this frame, I'll try and get some scores from the other tables, the other matches underway. Single elimination knockout, quite brutal. We'll very quickly get to the latter stages of this competition. So with 19 entries in tonight's 8-ball clearance competition, there was a prelim round, or round 1. Liam Monroe beat Mark McRae 3-0. Wayne Richardson beat Darren Parkinson 3-0, which you saw on the stream. Matthew Watts is currently 2-1 up against Callum Sankey on table 12. Big win for Matt Hindle, beating Gary Brotherton 3-0. And Lee Anderson beat Tim Picton 3-0. But over here on the stream table we have Lee George versus Liam Monroe. As you can see, Liam's 1 frame up. So Liam on yellows in the second frame. If Liam's going to try and cannon the black at some point. Oh, is he going to go? Just nearly dropped the white in there. Now I think he's caught himself behind the knuckle for this yellow to the right, bottom right. So I think the only real shot is the very difficult yellow to top left. And controlling the white to keep him in position definitely won't be easy there. Not sure if you can see the middle yellow to the right middle pocket. Oh, what a double. Oh my goodness. Quite remarkable, as some might say. Great double, but he's not really left much in terms of taking out one of the next 2 yellows. I don't think the yellow passes the top right. I'm going to try and cut this back to top left. That's brilliant. Oh, he's scratched. That's unlucky, Liam. So, 2 visits for Lee George. What's he going to do with his free ball? Straight for the pot. Oh. That's a clever shot. So he's just covering up his opponent's yellow. Gives him a little bit more freedom. More opportunity for a snooker further on down the line. So Lee's got 2 of his reds, well, maybe 3 if you include the one by the black. They're not really potable. Surely this has to be a safety shot. No. No, he's cleared them up. He's opened those two reds up. He's got a red to the far left. He's still got a... Oh, he's going to take this one to the bottom left and try and fit. Oh, I think he just played safe. Now what does Liam do here? I think he just tries to snip this yellow just close to the pocket. I don't think he wants to pot this one. He has. Decision time on the black. Does he just roll into the black, send the red to the cushion, try and get snookered behind them both? Oh, he's played that very well. Absolutely great shot. So Lee's, I think he's going to call a total. I don't think he can see any of that red on the left. Doesn't want to leave a shot on the black. But he has done. Straightforward. Black to left middle. That's 2-0 Liam. So just while they're resetting, let's have a look. See if you can see what other scores happening around Q's tonight. So Callum Sankey lost 3-2 to Matthew Watts. So the other matches in the last 16, we've got Gaz Davis versus Tyler Payne over on table 8. Phil Watts versus Matt McWhinney on table 6, and Craig Longbottom versus Wayne Richardson on table 7. Already, we have 3 names through to the quarterfinals already: Matt Hindle, Jono Anderson and Lee Anderson. So Liam breaking here on the streaming table. Liam 2-0 up against Lee George. Oh, he was unlucky not to get a ball off the break. So still open table here on the streaming table. And a warm welcome to everybody watching from home, or the pub, or wherever else you're getting your File Pool YouTube fix. Still open table. I think you've got to fancy yellows here. If you can just drop one of these yellows, maybe into the right middle. That's a clever shot. So Lee Monroe on yellows, Lee George on reds. Well, that's worked out very nicely. So the 4 yellows at the bottom half of the table all look fairly straightforward. Curious to see what his plans are for the yellow in the middle of the table. Can't quite tell if it passes to the left middle. I don't think it does. We'll be able to get an idea from where he leaves the cue ball from this yellow to the bottom left. goes to the top right. Now black to the bottom left for a 3-0 win. There it is, 3-0 win. Congratulations, Liam. Lucky Lee. Better luck next year. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, welcome back everybody. So just while we get the next match lined up on the streaming table, which will be Tyler Payne versus Phil Watts. So although it's set, it does say last. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to say it was saying last 16, but this is a quarter final. Good evening, welcome everybody. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of Tuesday Blackball's 8-ball clearance competition. 30 players qualified. 19 have turned up on the night. So we have the first quarter final underway. So big shout out to everyone on Crafty Q's supporting Tyler tonight. And Phil Watts from Incredibles. Sorry, Wrecking Ballers. I'll get grief for that. Tyler won the lag and will break first. Match is going thick and fast on the other tables. Just trying to keep up. I'll try and keep you posted with results as they come through. So, competing for a place in the semi-finals. Tyler Payne, Crafty Q's to break. So regular viewers will know. I try and be as unbiased as possible, but I have to declare an interest. My name is Paul, I play for Crafty Q, same team as Tyler. So I wish Tyler all the best. Very tough match. Excellent player, Phil Watts. I think Tyler's going to have to play his A game tonight. So that's Phil on yellows in his first frame. So Phil looking just to deal with these yellows on the top right. Where's that yellow going? Having a good look at these three yellows down the bottom left. If Tyler can get to the table, the reds are all there for him. Just whether or not he'll get a chance. Now here is a chance. So he's got a red to the bottom right, he's got a red to the right middle. Tyler just working out his pan. He's a little unlucky with his cue ball position there. Can't quite tell if he can get through to this red nearest the top right pocket. I don't think he can. Oh. So Phil back to the table on yellows. Try. Well, that's a great shot. Absolutely remarkable. Two yellows in one. Open up the frame. She's got to come up and down from this final yellow to the top left. I think he'll be looking to put the black in the bottom left. Let's see how he gets on. Yeah, perfect position. Expect Phil to put this black, take a 1-0 lead. It's there. It's 1-0 Phil. And Phil Watts to break in the second frame. So Phil Watts having a great season with Wrecking Ballers, league champions and cup winners. painful memories of Crafty Q's that cup final. Of course, all the Crafty Q's players will remember the semi-final against Samurai Joesters with very fond memories for years to come. Right here and now we're in the 8-ball clearance competition, or the broken dish, depending on who you speak to. I had a chipped teacup the other day. Didn't qualify me though. So yellow potted off the break from Phil. Looks like he's going for reds. So Phil is reds, Tyler is yellow. So the scores haven't been updated on the tablet yet off the first frame, but Phil Watts is 1-0 ahead. Well, Tyler's got a visit to the table here. It's certainly not ideal. But Tyler's more than capable of making something happen here. You'll start with this yellow to the top left. Oh, it's not gone in. Well, I fear for Tyler that Phil's probably got a clearance here. Not sure if he's going to take this red to the right top right, or he's going to roll this red down the cushion into this one at the bottom left. It's gone just a little bit further on the knuckle than he would have wanted. But red's definitely in control in this frame. So this red to the right middle and come down for the black to the left middle. Oh, no, he's run out of position. So Tyler might get another visit. So foul for Phil Watts. Great opportunity here for Tyler to bring the score, but I know the score on your screen says 0-0, but Phil's 1-0 up. So what's Tyler going to do with this free ball? Does he put the black safe? Does he try and develop the yellow on the right cushion, which I think is what he's going to do? He'll try and roll this down to the bottom right. Shows the added value of just cutting off an extra pocket for the black. They're all there for you, Tyler. Just join the dots, nice and steady. It's not what Tyler would have wanted. I think he's still okay. just drops this yellow into the bottom left. Nice and gently can come and put this yellow on the bottom right, just behind the black. Assuming the cue ball passes behind the black, unless he plays it with a bit of pace and comes off this bottom cushion. I can almost hear Captain Colin Campbell offering words of support to Tyler. Good evening, Colin, hope you're well. Yellow to top right. That's a neat little snooker there from Tyler. Phil's missed the black, so another chance for Tyler. You have to say yellow's a favourite from here. You take the white. Just going to pop this yellow into the bottom right. And it's a relatively straightforward 2 yellows for the black after this. Wow, I'm not sure that's what he wanted. He's taking something off the table there, if that affected the shot. He's going to take the file yellow first. Oh, he's not sticking himself, has he? Oh, I think he can just see, oh, he can see the yellow. So this black to level it up for 1-1. There we go. I'm going to try and get them to just update the scoreboard, so just give me 1 second. That's better. So, 1-1. Tyler to break in this 3rd frame. And once again, a warm welcome to everybody that's watching tonight's match. First quarter final, the 8-ball clearance competition for Blackball rules. Fylde pool Tuesday nights. So yellow potted off the break. And let's have a look. Well, reds look nice. In fact, the reds look very nice. Now is Tyler going to take this red to the top right? It's a thin snip. It's a good opportunity for Tyler here. Is he looking at yellows? He is, you know. He's looking to play this yellow off the red into the right. Oh, clever. He's a cleverer player than me. So red's in play. Not sure that's where he wanted the cue ball though. Class double. Edge to the left middle. So, Phil Watts at the table on yellows. Not much on here. Safety shot from Phil Watts. Now, can Tyler work some of his magic from here? The only red he can really see is the one just at the bottom of that sort of run of 3 yellows. Now, can he either plant it onto the red bottom left or come in, put the red off the red? Taking his time. So leave the cue ball on the bottom cushion. What can Phil do from here? So Phil's still got this problem yellow, the one that's just next to the black. Don't know if you can see enough of it just to slip it in off the red by the bottom right pocket. Is he going to wait for another opportunity? How's he going to develop this problem yellow? Meanwhile, just working out his pattern with the 3 free yellows. That's tricky to say. Well, I don't think that's gone to plan for Phil. So, is there a chance here for Tyler on red? Just see the edge of this red. Just enough to put it bottom left. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. You have to say Tyler's favourite now. It's a little screw shot from red bar on the cushion. Oh. Quite got the action he wanted. Now he's still got the red to the middle. It's a much more difficult pot. Now if he can pot this red to the left middle, he should be left on for this final red. Big shot this for Tyler. Oh, and he's just unlucky. He clipped the cushion. Almost kept when it's the right middle, just acquired the legs. Now what's Phil got left here? So this yellow into the right middle. simple clearance now for Phil. So you expect Phil to clear these up and go 2-1 ahead. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Tyler, you have a chance. Chances against Phil Watts don't come along very often. And when they do, you have to take them. So he's going to take this red closest to the right, bottom right pocket first. And try and get position, I think, for the red to the middle. No, he's not come quite far enough for that. He's still on for the red to the top right. The cue ball's come a bit further over to the left than he would have wanted. But it's a chance. Pot this black to go 2-1 up. Good luck, Tyler. Oh, he's missed it. Well, there was a chance. Phil will just clean these up now. Well done, Phil. Lucky Tyler. So Phil Watts, 2-1, race to 3. And both players so focused on the match. Not quite updated the score yet. No, I think Phil's going to do it now. There we go. So Phil just needs one to make it through to the semi-finals. Well, that's a good break. So 2 reds down, but I think Phil's going to go for yellows. So can he see enough of that yellow by the black to the left middle? Looks like he can. I'd be surprised if Tyler does get another visit to the table. This could be the end of Tyler's tournament. So, yellow to the right, bottom right. Just drop this yellow in, bottom left. Can you try and hold, can he hold the cue ball for the right, the black to the right middle? Yes, he can. Just out enough legs. 3-1, congratulations Phil and lucky Tyler. Phil Watts through to the semi-finals. I'll be back shortly. Okay, welcome back to the Tuesday 8-ball clearance competition. Our first semi-final. So semi-finals are race to 4. So we have Craig Longbottom and Zach Oldfield on the streaming table. So Craig Longbottom to break in the first frame. So while this is the first semi-final, will be played on the streaming table. The second semi-final is on table 10, and that's between Matt Hindle and Phil Watts. So the winner of Craig and Zach will play the winner of Matt and Phil in the final, which will be a race to 5. So Zach to break. Sorry, Craig Longbottom to break in this opening frame in the semi-final. Not quite sure what the delay is. So a warm welcome to everybody that's watching tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget you can say hello in the live chat box. Here we go. Two yellows potted off the break. Remember, colour groups are not decided off the break. It's the first legal pot afterwards. I think Craig will be looking to take yellows here. No, I'm wrong. He's good. Go for this red to the right bottom. So he's got. I think you can just see this red to the middle. We got position on the difficult red on this bottom cushion, but didn't make the pot. So Zach's first visit to the table on yellows. Craig's wasting no time at the table. He's certainly getting down on his shot quite quickly. He's going to take this red to the right bottom. I'm quite sure what he's planning to do with this final red. Is he going to try a skill shot? Yeah, the double kiss was always on for that double. So a chance for Zach on yellow. All the yellows are potable, black nice and open. Expect Zach to take this out. Perfectly paced. There we go. Just drop this yellow in. Perfect on the black. And that's 1-0 Zach. So, Zach to break in frame 2. So again, you're joining us for the 8-ball clearance competition, often called the break and dish. Or even the broken dish, which is a joke I will be flogging all night. Sean had a cracked plate earlier. He didn't qualify either. Well, it's a dry break. I think yellows look favourite here. So Craig on yellows. Zach on red. So a quick message from Colin. Colin, hope you're well. One of the standout results so far was Zach beat Lee Anderson 3-0. And that's worked out very nice for Craig. Expertly using the cannons just to control where the cue ball lands. So black to middle for 1-1. Oh, he's missed it. Now, there's no obvious pot on for Zach. So I'm sure safety in mind here. So Craig snooking on this black. I think he can just see the left side of it. Let's have a look. Just going to this cushion first. So the black tucked up on the left-hand side gives Zach a relatively risk-free opportunity to deal with the reds at the top of the table. Oh, he's potted one. He's fruit that red. A simple snooker there. That's a good hit from Craig. But the reds are there for Zach now. He's got a good chance. Another chance to bring this back to 1-1. Oh, has he lost control of the white? Yes. Careless there from Zach. So it should have been 1-1. But Craig has two visits. Oh, he's stun off Zach's red. Leave himself a nice red to the middle, black to the middle for 2-0. There we go. 2-0 with Craig to break in the third frame. place in tonight's final. Oh. My apologies. Score is in fact 1-1. So dry break. So Zach will be on reds in this third frame. Craig on yellow. Just running a bit out of position there, Zach. Zach beat Lee Anderson in the quarter final 3-0. So Zach just recovering from a poor position previous shot, and as often the case, just going further and further out of position. But he's going to have a plan to deal with this red on the right hand side of the table. So red down the cushion. That's a great pot. Would have preferred the cue ball to come just a few revolutions further. Now has he just got enough room to get the black to the bottom left? Just checking the in-off potential here. Okay. So Craig comes to the table on yellows. He's taking the shots pretty quickly tonight, is Craig. They're all there for him. Oh, he's missed that yellow. Another chance on the black for Zach. Went for the double. Didn't come off. 2-1 Craig. Race to 4 in the semi-final. The winner of this goes through to the final where it's a race to 5. So apologies, just having a few technical issues with the microphone. Hopefully that's resolved. So scratch break from Zach. So still open table. Still open table. So Zach tying up this red to the top right. Just working out his pattern. Oh. So yellow onto the red. So Zach's reds. Craig Longbottom on the yellow. So you can try to double this red. Not quite, not the legs. So I'm not sure if there's enough room to get the cue ball past the black to drop this red in the middle. That's just a little bit of swerve. Oh, there's too much swerve. So that's the cushion foul. So 2 visits for Craig. So just develop his own yellow and put one of Zach's reds on the cushion. That's a nice shot. Craig will fancy his chances to take these yellows out. That's worked out perfectly. Great use of a cannon. Down to the side. Quite so good with the cannon there, but he's still got a shot on the black for a 3-1 lead. There we go. So Craig Longbottom leads 3-1 against Zach Oldfield. So we enter the 5th frame. Craig Longbottom to break. So dry break. Nothing really on. Just a tippy tap shot from Zach. So a little bit of a cagey opening in the fifth round. Both players just waiting to see what develops. Remember, if you don't pot, at least one ball must hit a cushion after contact, otherwise it's a foul. It can of course include the cue ball. Notice Craig does seem to be forgetting to pick up his chalk, leave the chalk on the table. There we go, Zach just asking him to pick it up. Still on the table. Well, I don't think Zach wanted to pot that yellow. There we have it, Zach's on yellows. Craig on reds. So it's not an easy clearance, this Craig can take it out with this visit. He'll be tonight's first finalist. Oh, that's a red ball off the table. So 2 visits on yellows for Zach. Ball in hand behind the bulk line. Good opportunity for Zach to pull one back here. So just a little screw back shot. And another one to leave him on the black. Good opportunity here. Take it back to 3-2. And there we have it. 3-2 to Craig Blackball. This 8-ball clearance knockout semi-final. some break from Zach on this 6th frame. I'm pretty sure he's going to take reds here. Oh, what do I know? So Zach yellows. Craig on reds. That's a great shot. Still leaves him with a problem yellow on his bottom cushion. Well, that thought about it. Good opportunity for Zach to pull this up. Oh, it's worked out beautiful for him. So red to the black to the corner to tie it up with 3-3. 3-3. We have a deciding frame. So Craig will break in this deciding frame. Break's so important in Blackball. Great opportunity to get the freedom of choice if you pop one off the break. Here we go. Well, it's a try break. So that's going for yellows. So I think the best option here is to deal with this problem yellow on the cushion on the right hand side. Just weighing up all his options. Look just to see if he can cut this yellow back into the blind pocket on the bottom right. Decides against it, yellow into the middle. careless from Zach. I'll be disappointed with that one. So control of the table. Passes to Craig. Craig long bottom on reds. And this deciding frame of the semi-final. A sign of frustration there from Craig. Didn't leave the cue ball where he wanted to. Oh, I wonder if that frustration just led to playing a bit too much power. Cue ball in off. So 2 visits for Zach with 4 yellows remaining on the table. He's going to use this red to develop the yellows, and that's worked out very nicely for him. Yellow's a favourite from here, but that's not what he wanted. Can't tell from here if it's touching ball, but we'll be able to tell by the way he plays this one. No, it wasn't touching. Just hits the cushion. Wow. So Craig on reds. 5 reds remaining. Can he cut this yellow into the bottom left? No. That's a great pot. Perfect on this red to the middle. Just moving the black to its pots. I think that goes to all 4 pockets on this bottom half of the table. One good positional shot from here. He's rolled it just a bit too far, but he's okay. This for the place in the final, and there it is. Well done, Craig. Unlucky, Zach. I'll join you back here as soon as we're ready for the final. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our final, the Fylde Blackball League Break Dish Clearance Competition. Your finalists this evening: Phil Watts from Wrecking Ballers, Craig Longbottom from QSV, and I'm delighted to welcome to the commentary box Tyler Payne, who knocked out earlier, but you saw on the streaming table earlier, had a good chance against Phil Watts. Tyler, how are you feeling after that?
Cheers for bringing it up, mate. Yeah, I think Phil's a great player. It's never easy to take your chances. Well, I should have took my chances, but
yeah, I think so. So let's focus on tonight's final. I'm thrilled to have Tyler here because he knows a damn sight more about shot selection and strategy than I do.
Not too sure about that.
Not that I'm putting any pressure on the young man there. So tonight's final will be refereed by Sean Long, very experienced referee. I'm not quite sure who won the lag there, but we'll see soon. Phil won the lag, so Phil breaking frame one.
Phil has just beat Matt Hindle to get his way into the final.
What was the score in that one? I was looking at it.
4-1, I believe.
4-1. It's a good win for Phil, that. Matt's a good player.
And Craig beat Zach Oldfield, young lad.
Yeah, you saw that here on the streaming table. Fast player, Craig, so this could be over in a blur.
It's a great break.
So what you're looking at here, Tyler? Yellows?
I think the yellow is a favourite because of the one that's tied with the red over the middle. I think that becomes a bit of an issue. I think he might, yeah.
So Phil taking the yellow to the side. So Phil's on yellows, Craig's on reds.
Played that well. I think he might play the yellow off the other yellow.
The yellow off the other yellow.
Next to the middle, that knocks the red away.
Yeah.
Try containing.
So Craig's first visit to the table in the final. I think he'll be looking to deal with this red in the bottom right. He needs a plan to deal with the red on the right middle. He's missed that.
Always missed it.
Careless. Final nerves getting to Craig there, do you think?
It happens to the best of us.
So Craig's wasting no time getting down to his shots. Do you think there's an argument for just taking a bit more time to have a thing? I've noticed in the semi-final, Craig was straight down taking the shot almost immediately.
I just think it depends on the players' preferences really, and how they like to play. I think sometimes it suits people better taking the time, sometimes it suits them getting down and playing it. Gives them less time to overthink stuff. He's played a great shot there, that's a very good shot.
So has he left himself anything on this red?
He's got the red to the top corner, which I think he probably will play. It's a good shot.
Okay. So what's his plan for the black, Tyler?
I think you can see it into our bottom left here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing he's just going to roll this in, the one over the middle, and then he's got it straight into this corner.
He's gone. I think he'd have preferred the cue ball a little bit further up the table.
There. Just drop it, yeah.
You must think he can see it.
I think it probably looks better on there than it does on this camera.
Yeah, it is quite tricky on the camera. Just judging the parallax. There we go.
Flew in.
So Craig takes a 1-0 lead in the first frame, and Craig will break in frame 2. So what about young Zach beating Lee Anderson 3-0?
I didn't know that. That's a very good result.
Quick update, Zach Oldfield beat Lee Anderson 3-0.
That's a great result. Zach's one of them players that he can just pull anything out the bag. He's just fearless. That's it. He's so young that it becomes natural to him. It's just honestly the way that he plays. Sometimes you think, "What? How's he just running around and potting these balls?" But he's definitely one to watch.
Bright future ahead of young Zach.
That's the one.
So, frame 2, in the break and dish final. Dry break. So thank you, Nikki Brook, for getting in touch. Go on, Dad, she says. I mean, it says Nikki Brooks, but it also says it's Chloe, so who knows? Give us some more information, Chloe.
Who's the dad?
Oh, goodness.
No, I believe it's Phil at the table here. Taking reds, I think it's dry break from Craig. These reds are there for Phil. He's got somewhat of a route here. Just got to avoid this. Yeah, it's tough to. That's Craig. Craig's playing very well tonight. He's took down a few decent players.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Chloe, and thank you for getting in touch. Of course, big welcome to everybody watching at home tonight. If you want to send us a message in the chat box and we'll say hi. Your dad's got off to a great start in that first frame, I think.
Well, that was a great snip. It's another good shot by Phil there. I thought he might have contained after his last shot because he left it very thin, but he took it well.
You'd expect Phil to run this out, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Here's a final though. Here's a final. It's come a bit short there. Just wondering whether he can take it past that yellow. I mean, it probably flies in, but from the camera it just makes things a little bit more awkward for us in this comms box. Which is what a lot of you viewers don't seem to understand.
So
He's took that well. I mean, I'm guessing he could potentially top it through and then take the black to the middle.
well, we've certainly got Craig Longbottom fan club on the chat tonight. Absolute pleasure to have you involved with us.
Oh,
So Craig returns to the table on yellow.
good chance there. Because he's also got the security of playing safe down there. It's a nice shot.
So Craig's still got this problem yellow on the right cushion. He's going to try and get across up from here.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Again though, he has got the security here. If he misses it, he's probably leaving his white safe. I don't know whether he's going to go for it now. It looks like he's going for the one next to the black. Going to leave himself a better position on it. He has. That's a good shot.
Well, in the semi-final that we streamed live for you here on Devil Pool, Craig was very attacking, very confident. Oh, no, it's not gone the way he wanted, but I think yellow to the far left.
Yeah, I think Ori just contains here, but I'm judging by the way he's played. Yeah, he has contained.
So Phil will call a total. For those of you new to this, what that means is if you're snookered on your ball, you call total. It means you don't have to hit a cushion after contact. It's a fairly straightforward escape, I think, though.
Swerved it. It's a good hit, but they're on here for Craig. think he'll fancy his chances here. He's just got to drop this and bring the white off the cushion. Just like that. Left himself the perfect angle to get up the table too. He's left himself dead straight on the black. Takes a 2-0 lead here. Not much wrong there from Craig.
No, that was excellent. It's a difficult player to play against, Phil Watts. So his final is a race to 5. Yeah, we made up with that start.
It's a great start. I mean, you can't really ask for much better, to be honest. He's not let Phil in at all, really. He's left him one chance and Phil didn't take it.
Okay. So Phil Watts to break in frame number 3. So apologies, a quick technical problem with the microphone there. So Phil fouled, so Craig has ball in hand here, behind the bolt line. It's a nice pot there off Phil on reds.
If there's ever a chance, it's this. They're all there.
So the red next to the black, does he save that to the end?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I'm assuming that's what he'll do. He'll probably just leave himself dead straight from the red to the right of it.
I think that, the question is whether this red to the bottom right pocket
I'm guessing
passes.
so because he's going.
Yeah.
Oh, nice little nip off the jaw. I think he'll just use the yellow to hold his white here.
Yeah, Phil's not going to want to go 3-0 down in a race to 5, so good one for Phil to get back this one.
Yeah, he's used the yellow. Again though, I think he's wrong side of it.
So
top it off the cushion. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It's well played.
So straightforward clearance in the end from Phil. Takes us to 2-1. So Craig Longbottom to break in frame number 4. Okay, that's a good break from Craig. Ball spotted. So what's that, a red?
I wonder what colour reds he's going to take. Shout out to Callum Sankey for that one.
So I suspect Craig's going to try and deal with these three at the top end of the table, and then he's got, he's got a pattern for the reds at the bottom.
That's a cue ball. Yeah, he's coming down to deal with this one at the bottom first, I believe. Just because it can become a bit tricky with the positioning. So he's got on it now. And then he'll leave the one to the left of that for the black, I believe. It's a good shot. Oh no, he's taking it well.
It's a pretty attacking pool tonight from Craig.
He is playing great. Not much wrong at all from him.
So this is the big shot. All depends if you can get down here for this black.
Off the side, cushion into the gap maybe. Yeah, use the yellows to hold. It's a very nice shot.
Well done, Craig. That'll please Craig's army of fans on the live chat. Takes a 3-1 lead in this race to 5. Phil wants to break in frame number 6.
I don't think Phil will be too disheartened really. I think he's just took a break this Craig, and also in the first 2 frames he didn't really leave Phil much of an opportunity. I think Phil would just be looking to get himself into the game here and just return what Craig's throwing at him. It's never easy coming back from a lead though, from a deficit, sorry.
Again, big shout out for Sean Long, refereeing tonight's final. So another dry break. So we're doing red onto the yellow.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's very unfortunate.
So Craig's on yellows, Phil on reds.
Going total straight away here. That is very unfortunate. It's a great shot to get into them.
Well, I guess if you're going to play attacking pool, which Craig's done all night, you're going to have to take the risk of things not quite going.
But that's it.
Well, I mean, as a recovery shot, that's about as good as Craig could have hoped for. Signs are looking good for Craig in this final. Phil's got it all to do.
I think the big thing here for Phil is that the only ball he can see is the one that is covering the pocket. Now he might just come off a cushion and try and hit one of his yellows up the table. One of his reds, sorry. That's a foul.
So another great opportunity for Craig. 2 visits now. So what do you do with your first free ball here? Well, he's leaving the white where it is.
Yeah, he's going to play the one off the bottom to knock the red out. Yeah, it's a great shot.
So Craig has complete control now of the bottom half of the table.
And I think that his last ball will be that yellow over the middle bag. He's probably going to... Just trying to figure out here when he takes that yellow over the middle. I think it won't be a bad shot to take it last, but depends what he does with that yellow over the left, over the bottom left, and the one next to it. Because I believe he probably has to knock that red out at some point to leave a gap for the black.
So what's he doing? Screwing back from this one? Yeah. So
Probably the right shot, actually.
So
He's
well, we'll be disappointed with that, Craig.
that is the problem sometimes with trying to hold off certain balls.
Craig's been playing the cannons really well tonight.
That's unfortunate.
So one problem ball for Phil. This red, just near the two yellows. What's he doing? Is he going to try? We can't really leave Craig a visit to the table with a shot on that plan, really.
I'd assume he's going to try and get into him at some point, or maybe even play safe. But I know that Phil is just as attacking as Craig, so I'm sure we'll probably see him trying to get into it at some point.
I mean, we've had 4 frames already, Tyler, in what feels like no time at all.
It was the same with his semi-final, Craig. I believe that was probably only about half an hour, and that was for 7 frames.
I mean, we both know players that would take that amount of time for a single shot, don't we? Evening, Chris.
I was going to say I didn't want to name names. I think there's hundreds that you can name.
So, Craig, your daughter and your missus are watching, supporting. A nice welcome Renford to the chat.
There's only one Renford Reed.
Hope everything's well in your world, Renford.
I'll tell you what, that's a very good safety there from Phil, because he's not left the double off the side cushion. He's covered it well with the red.
Bit of right hand side?
Yeah, left.
Oh.
Oh, he's tried to go off the jaws. I respect that.
Okay. But it's definitely advantage Craig in this fifth frame.
Phil.
Sorry, my mistake, Phil. It's all these distractions. Colin's accusing us of stealing his jokes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost as if he put it in the group chat while we're on air. Evening, Colin. So,
He cues it so well.
So I've noticed Craig's left his chalk on the table a number of times. So I'm giving benefit of the doubt. I'm assuming it's just accidental. But
What's a frame like that?
oh,
I'm sure someone would try and cluster that up in the Fylde Pool Tuesday League chat. It's a good shot. I think he probably wants to get the one at the top dealt with first. The issue is when you're in the comms box, it's so much easier to look at a shot and think about different stuff as when you're actually at the table.
yeah, I mean, I've never missed a shot from here.
Me neither.
So, long red here for Phil. Bit of risk with it. It's two long shots here.
That's what I'm thinking, is that I can't believe he left two risky pots like this, and do you know what I mean? If he goes 4-1 up here, it's danger. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was always the risk, wasn't it? So, Craig with a black to bottom right for a 4-1 lead in a race to 5, and it's there.
Tell you what, Phil didn't do that against me.
So, Craig, 1 frame from victory, and we'll break first in the 6th frame. So do the nerves kick in as you get closer to the winning line?
If I was in Craig's position here, I'd just be thinking, right, I've got at least 4 frames here.
Just has to win one of the next 4.
That's it. You've just got to. But in a way, that's probably a wrong way to look at it, because then he's closing the lead down. That's the way I like to think about it, because then it gives you more time to, you know, if you make a mistake in the next frame, then you can sort of get it out your head in the frame after, and you think, right, well, I've got even more frames now to train.
Thank you, Tyler. I think that's dry.
Been a lot of those tonight. To say it's the breaking dish comp.
Well, the broken dish, as sometimes it's referred to. Have you ever had any broken crockery, Tyler?
I did break a plate at work last week. Other than that, my dishes are all intact.
Relieved to hear that.
Phil's just playing a containing shot. He didn't like the layout.
So,
He's taking reds.
so would you be thinking about clearance on reds at this stage?
The only issue is that ball on the right hand side of the table on the cushion.
Yeah.
And also the one that's above the yellow. I probably just, again, it's looking back to that thing of, right, I've got 4 frames here, and he's just got to take them frame by frame though. I don't see him going any other way than attacking though. Look at this for a shot. I think the right shot here is just to be covering this pocket.
I haven't seen Craig cover pockets all night. He's been straightforward attacking. Let's see.
Again though, I mean,
Well,
it's a good shot. It is a
but,
good
he,
shot.
but he's noticed that red on the left. It's just a more awkward position than it was. So
However, he has got the gap though in between the 2 yellows that he can pot it from.
very true.
It's just the one, yeah. That's the issue though now, is that he's left all these for Phil.
Yeah.
I think the right shot was just covering that pocket and just taking advantage of that bottom half of the table. It's just a tester for Phil now, because he's so far behind. It's just a test to see whether he is in the right mindset to come back. I mean, knowing Phil, he don't let much get in his head. Is that chalk on the table again?
It is. There you go. Phil's moving it again.
Oh no. Phil's saying it rolled off. I mean, again, you're looking at this and you're still thinking, unless he goes for it now, which it looks like he is, and he's just pretty much put it back where it was.
So who would you say are favourites from here? Yellows?
I'd say Phil. think he's covered the yellow that he wanted to be on by the black. Although it looks like he hasn't. Again, comes up doing its tricks.
So it's going to be some shot to get onto this yellow on the right cushion.
I think he'll just drop it and come through the gap between the yellow and the black. Oh wow.
Well,
It's always the risk. So close together.
well, who'd have thought it? So Craig has 2 visits with 3 reds left on the table. 1 frame from victory. What's going through Craig's mind at this point?
That's probably the best shot he could have played. Just leaving it over that pocket. I mean,
Is this game over?
I never like to say that, but I can't see him. Oh, unless he has come wrong side of this. But
1 good positional shot on this final red.
yeah,
He's come a bit far. Straight down on that black.
there you
And
have it.
it's a win. Congratulations, Craig. 2026 winner of the Fylde Pool Blackball League 8-ball clearance knockout. Unlucky Phil. Thank you very much, Tyler. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a great pleasure.
I've been Paul, and I'll see you all on Thursday for the doubles knockout finals. Hope you have a very good rest of the evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.